Greetings, viewers, and thanks for joining me. It's 9:30 at night. Oswald, you can't see over here. Oswald and I have driven 9.5 hours to make our 7.5 hour journey to get here today. Hour and 20 minutes stuck in traffic. We moved 3 miles in 54 minutes. And then not another mile for another 25 minutes. Crazy, but we're here. We're gonna have to set up in the dark. We towed here. This place is awesome. This is just part of the access road that leads back to camp. Love these headlights I got in this truck too. So anyway, we're gonna have us an adventure here at Flat Nasty Off-Road Park in Jadwin, Missouri. That's where we are. So in the morning, I'll be back. Okay, this is Trail 6 called Sleepy Hollow. It's right now, it's just a zigzaggy off camber back and forth trail to get to some rocks. I hope I got some good shots of rock crawling this time to show how well this thing works. It's working great. Oswald's wore out. It's wet and muddy as hell. It poured rain. Woo, that's off. The night before we got here, it poured rain all night last night and all the trails are soaked. We're going to some more crazy good stuff. This has been a great day already. 3 solid axle rigs on 37s and me on 35s. I've already had to decline a couple lines and winch once, but man, I'm having a good time. Hopefully some video will show it. I'm gonna put this away and catch up and, well, stay caught up, I guess, instead of just rambling on as we go down the road. Flat Nasty Off-Road Park, Jadwin, Missouri. Highly recommend you go. I've been here 20 times probably. It's one of my favorite parks. This park is full of awesome rocks, great climbs, things like this. We don't get a lot of video because generally we'll go just drive through it on our own without spotters. The videos don't do it justice anyway. Oswald is wheeling dog like a champ. Awesome. It's been a great day. It's been wet as anything, but we're having a blast. But yeah, I'm out here conquering stuff like this in this truck on stock IFS with 488s and a front locker, and it's working. I just want to show you that.
You have to have skids, you have to have this and that. Yeah, you're fine there, Tony. You're in a good spot. Okay. Driver. Look at a driver. Just drive it out. Driver. There you go. Straight out. Got what was there.
Block car.
What we call front dig in the industry.
All right, viewers. Here at Flat Nasty Off-Road Park in Jadwin, Missouri, one of my most favorite parks. Oswald is loving it. This is his first trip wheeling. He's been a freaking trooper through the whole thing, hanging on like a champ. He didn't mind the giant ride that took us to get here. It's about just under 400 miles from home, but it's definitely worth the trip. This is a great park. The truck has been performing amazing. I hope that all of the videos my buddy Justin took are on here. When I finish this up at home, I'll know the order better. So you don't really need to know all that part. This is going to be my last of my stuff's not breaking, ripping apart, falling apart, shredding metal, popping welds. So there isn't any of that happening. My boat side program is working out great. Like I said, I'll get home, do one more inspection, but I think I don't need to prove that anymore. And this is 5th time wheeling on IFS and 35s. First 2 times we were on 410s. Last 3 times has been on 488s with the front locker. I beat on it hard at my own house for like 2 hours. There's no rocks and stuff there, so it's hard to say. I went to Interlake and wheeled it hard. You got to see some of that video. I've come here to Flat Nasty Off-Road Park, one of my most favorite. Oswald is whooped, I tell you. We've been having a great non-stop good time here. So impressed with how the truck has been working. So don't think you need to spend a fortune on your truck to make it work. And if you watch the power steering line video, you know I wasn't going to let some rusted power steering line stop me from going wheeling. This has been a great time. The truck is performing beyond my expectations. I'm very impressed indeed. I do know my limitations, and I've not put it in places where it would definitely get broken. So you got to be smart about it. But hopefully the videos will show. What a great time. Truck's been performing great. We were wheeling with the air conditioning on. All my armor has been doing wonderful here. I can't wait to get it all cleaned off and show you how great it's been working. So like I say, this will probably be my last one of the get home and show you how it won't break, but I'll keep posting wheeling videos as I get them. We don't take a bunch. But I'll definitely keep up on the 3rd gen with updates and let you know how it's doing. I got stock upper control arms, stock lower control arms, stock rack, stock inner and outer tie rods, and stock upper and lower ball joints, 488s, Spartan lockers, 35, 12, 50, 50 or 16s. Yeah, and it's mostly, other than that, it's stock. I got 3-inch lift in the rear, gives me more droop. I got 2-inch lift in the front with Bilstein 5100s. They are extended travel struts, but I have them set with a 2-inch spring on their lowest perch. So I only got 2 inches lift in the front that keeps my CV axles from binding. 3-inch lift in the rear gives me more droop. Looks a little stink buggy, but I don't mind it up in the back just a little bit for the performance. So super pleased, there it is, with how it's been doing. When I get home, we'll give you the last of the how's my shit working on a budget. I appreciate y'all, and I'll be home with the cleanup and shop overview, well, at the end of this video. Appreciate y'all. I did mean to mention, I measured this for droop and compression in the rear. I have a total of 17.5 inches of wheel travel in the rear and a total of 8 3/4 inches wheel travel in the front, which isn't an extreme amount, but that's with the strut in place. It wasn't easy getting those measurements in the real world wheeling conditions. They are maybe more, maybe not that much with rubbing or something. With the wheels straight, I tested it at my property where it was hanging tire on both corners and measured how much compression, and then went on the other side and measured how much droop. And yeah, that's where I compiled my measurements, but I'm really happy with the amount of flex in the rear and the amount of articulation in the front, which some will say it's not articulation because it's not a solid axle, but I'm not here to argue that. I hope you enjoyed the wheeling videos part of this. Stuff on the Tundra is coming right up. There'll be more of this video. I just wanted to add that stuff.
You have to commit to one wall or the other.
So, oh man. I'm climbing. Change his mind.
You can like hear it thudding off the bump stops.
Better than the
Well, viewers, this is the at-home video. Just took it to the car wash. A lot of mud, wanted to hose it off. The car wash actually has better pressure than my little pressure washer does. Hands-free here, drive down the road. Whoops, almost. So this will just show you, after you just watch those videos, how hard I drove this. And I could have drove it there and back if it didn't have some fluids leaking. But it does, and I'll address that. And I don't want to drive down the road with gear oil leaking, so that's my problem there. But I would not have driven it there anyway. I would have towed it in fear of something busting. That's a long way to be from home to nurse a broken vehicle home. So gonna turn the corner here, head down the road, pull it into the garage, give you one more good view of how hard the armor worked. And then I'm going to stop with all of the proving it video. I already said that probably 20 times in this video, but it's several segments over several days, so forgive me for repeating myself. I do it on a regular video. So there's a good look at my stereo, or my steering wheel working there. I just don't want to show you where I live. But anyway, yeah, man, how awesome. The truck did great. My dog did great. It was his first trip. I wheeled this thing hard. I had a viewer say it's risky on 35s and locked in the front with stock IFS. Yes, it is. I did carry spare parts. I didn't need any. Like I said, you just saw some videos. So hang on here and I'll show you how I got a bunch of scratches on my armor, how well it worked, any other things I think I might need to add. And this is definitely the hardest that I wheel. Yeah, I mean, I wheel different places. Rarely do I go any place that's harder than what kind of wheeling than what I just did there at Flat Nasty. So to me, That's a supreme torture test. Again, the on-road handling characteristics and driving characteristics with the auto locker and the ADD are completely gone now that that's had a chance to break in. It does nothing strange at all anymore. It doesn't pull, it doesn't pop, it doesn't drive weird. You can drive just like normal and don't even know it's there. So hang on, let me get in the garage, let my dog out, and go over this thing here, or I'll just maybe do it out in the sunshine. How about that? So I'll be right back. Okay, well, when you go out wheeling in this time of year, your grass grows really fast while you're gone. That's not what we're here to talk about. Only real body damage I got was one place. I got up against something. I tried to stay up away from it, but the side got it. My armor, lots of damage, no damage, but lots of scrapes and scratches and paint missing, just showing that it is doing its job. I still haven't put any skid plates under here, and I haven't damaged anything underneath. I kind of crawled around on it just for a minute. Front end worked great. IFS worked great. No broke CV axles, no clicky CV axles. Drove it down the road just fine. Yeah, I mean, wheeled it hard. It's stock. I love that these rims got a bunch of scratches on them now, because then they don't look so fancy. But yeah, look at that. See, lots of great armor usage. Means lots of great rock crawling. Super happy. Had to winch a few times. Couldn't do them all. Like I said, the videos should show how great a time I was having. Flat Nasty Off-Road Park. You should go there. Know more about this. Of course, the white Thurgeon ain't going anywhere, so updates and progress reports will always be part of my program. But just to show you, if it wasn't leaking fluids, I could have drove it 400 miles there and 400 miles back. I wheeled it hard, didn't break it. I'm super impressed and pleased. Much more to come from the shop. Got some work coming up due on the Tundra. It needs some care. I put so much time the last 3 months into this thing. Yeah. Thanks for joining me today and for all this span of my trip. I appreciate you. Oops, sorry. I appreciate you tuning in. Like and subscribe, please. It's cheap, painless, or it's free. It's painless, and it's easy, and it does help me out. I'm getting real close to my 1,000 subs. I'd appreciate it if you want to do that. Check links if you want to do that. Appreciate you. Thanks, and have a great day.